Hey guys, Tarke here, and I'm just going to run a quick map, give you a little update. Not much has changed too much, so I'm going to do one every single day going forward. We are on the Malachai's Awakening, we are back to Blood Magic. We're doing low reds. So far the build is going absolutely amazingly. The only issue I've been having is some of the Legion enemies are very scary and do way too much damage. The red cloud of death, the red cloud of bullshit from the Vaal Legion destroys me. That's been the cause of most of my deaths. Otherwise though, build's been going pretty well, going pretty smooth. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I'll get into all the gear changes and everything.
You gave my pride a bloody nose.
But yeah, not too much has changed since the last update, other than going back to Blood Magic. We didn't get too much progress in terms of Atlas or levels since the last update.
This one's going to hurt,
since we
isn't it?
spent about...
Death is what separates the wolves from the pups.
We spent about 3 hours
You're
or so.
a smart one, Exile.
Farming Uberlab, trying to get boot enchant on my boots. I was trying to get the 120% crit if you haven't crit recently enchant, and was having absolutely zero luck with it, and it was pretty depressing. But doing that, I had a taste of hate drop. I had a couple of exalts, and I'm up to 4 exalts, 3 annuls, and 130 chaos or so. I've actually been rolling Abyss on my maps. I think I peaked at like 160 chaos. I actually meant to run Abyss on this map, but I spaced out. Yeah, I've been running Abyss on a lot of my maps because I'm trying to get a Shrouded like this. And you often, like, Abyss is only 2C now, you nearly always get it back. That is the red cloud attack. This guy does it. But yeah, when he starts it, it's a basic one-shot. I don't know. Just like, it spawns on top of your damage, on top of your character, and you just die.
Somehow, trusting this
what happens. I'm not entirely sure what causes it, but I just know it really hurts. Let's see if we get anything decent. Onslaught during Soul Game French would be quite nice, actually. It's awkward to get that on Trappers. As for second builds, any other ideas? I do still really want to play Earthquake. I really want to play Earthquake. And I'm also kind of tempted to mess around with, like, cast when channeling Cyclone memes. I wanted to play a Freeze Pulse Vaal Ice Nova character at some point this week. Oh, are we just travelling towards Jewels now? We're either travelling towards Jewels, which I haven't got any good ones yet, or we're grabbing Expeditious Munitions, or we're grabbing Lethal Assault at this point. I think I'm going to go for Expeditious Munitions, the trap throwing speed. And then I'll probably respec into Jewels at a later point. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, you can burst bosses pretty hard, which is very enjoyable. So that was tier 13, which I know is not anything fancy, but considering my gear isn't that great and I'm missing like loads of damage and I'm still on level 19 Lightning Trap. Lightning Trap does damage, boys! I keep getting a lot of people asking me, is Lightning Trap a good League starter build? I wouldn't recommend people this if it wasn't a good League starter build. So hey Tarke, is this a good League starter build? Yes, I League started on it. The only thing which holds this build back a little bit is the defense early. It is a bit of a squishy character. So if you're going to League start this in hardcore, you definitely need to pay slightly more attention than if you League start in, for example, Essence Drain. But saying that though, having a look at the SSF hardcore ladder, we're having a lot of just random deaths to all the Legion bullshit. So it seems like it doesn't really matter what you League started on. Because you're just going to get one shot to a random Legion mechanic, which I don't necessarily mind. I have this weird relationship with random bullshit one-shots. Since I've swapped over to softcore in Delve, I kind of like them in the game. I think they make the game more interesting. But obviously, for the hardcore people out there, they probably don't make the game that much more interesting. And if it was me dying to that in hardcore, I'd be pretty pissed. I definitely think the Bazaar boss doing like 15k unmitigated damage off the bat is you know, that needs to be fixed. So I believe that has actually been fixed now. But yeah, I still think this has been one of their best, if not their best league starts. I know some people are having issues with crashes. I haven't been having those issues. It's kind of like the same thing as... What do I skip up there? Same thing as last league in Synthesis. I didn't have all the crashes in Synthesis, so Synthesis was an incredibly smooth launch for me. I think total, if you add up every single crash I've had 5, and that's over 3 days, which 5 crashes over 3 days, the amount of slash played that I have, that's good. Like, that's good. But some people have been having worse issues than me. It's complete luck of the draw. But for me personally, I think this has been the smoothest league start I've ever experienced, and comboed with the best league just in general. They really have outdone themselves, and super happy with where Pee-wee is right now. Let's talk about the character. Still running the Tinker skin. We're just running it because it gives me the Frenzy Charge generation, the phasing, some life, some energy shield, and pierce, caster traps, and trap and mind damage. I don't need extra damage. You can see that I'm doing absolutely fine with bosses and everything, so I'm just running pierce for more Legion clear speed. If you want to run more damage, drop this out for added lightning or crit strikes. Level 19 lightning trap, not even level 20, not even level 21 yet. Control destruction, lightning pen. Bear trap, advanced traps, increased duration. When I'm doing my setup, as you saw on that boss there, I throw out a bunch of traps to get to like the trap stat max, and then I go 1, 2, 3, bear trap, walk forward, aggro the boss. If you don't know, most bosses have a grace period in the room where you can just walk into the room, throw all your traps, then step forward, triggers, all pops, and the thing just falls over. So I literally just use it for that. You could drop the spare trap for a different setup. This is probably the weakest link that I have in total. In my boots, I've got level 5 Enfeeble, Wave of Conviction level 1, Cast Damage Taken, Zealotry. I need my Zealotry to be somewhere. You can run a Offering skill and Cast Damage Taken to consume corpses. You can run a Guard skill. I'm manually casting Steel Skin. I really like Steel Skin. In my gloves, I have Lightning Spire Trap, Lightning Penetration, Ellie Focus, Trap and Mind Damage, and these are faster casting gloves. I'm still trying to roll +1 trap gloves, just having no luck. It's one of the biggest damage multipliers you can get, makes the build feel way better. You want a pair of Shaper gloves, and you just keep alt rolling until you get supported by trap, throw additional trap. Really good. Just can't get it to drop. And then my other wand, we have an increased duration, Enduring Cry, Righteous Fire. While Righteous Fire, I just pop it while bossing. I sometimes remember to press Enduring Cry. It gives me endurance charges, makes the build feel a bit tankier, gives me a little bit of extra burst of regen. In terms of my rings, I have life, resists, strength. Strength is extra life. Life resists. Really nice amulet. Lightning damage, crit multi, life, energy shield, crit chance. And then my belt's pretty trash. It has a little bit of energy shield, resists, life, and then this is just a crit multi, bunch of extra damage to spells, jewel. Ideally, you're going to want dual coral rings, since again this build struggles with life. I'm going to be going for dual coral rings. I think now that I'm back onto the Malachai's Awakening, if I stick on this end game, my final setup is going to be going for a plus levels bow, running my lightning trap in a +3 levels bow with a quiver with the pierce essence on it. I believe it gives up to 3 global pierce, which works on spells. A bunch of life, and then I'd be going for stuff like life, pierce, crit multi-quiver. And with all of that, you can then get the life to be pretty respectable. Alternatively, you can just go for one-handed shield. I would like to drop one of these ones for a shield. I just haven't had a good shield drop yet. And one thing you can do if you want to change the routing of the tree, you can unspec everything from here. So you drop this entire package, and then you can come along this way, grab Master Sapper, Revenge of the Hunted, get this jewel here, and this, okay, so this is the main reason why I'm recommending this routing. If, and this only works at high level, if you're like level 93 plus, unspec everything from this Int Node to Templar, route along here, because this jewel, when you get your hands on a Val jewel, Val jewels transform all the passives in the area. You get a key node. Now, some jewels change every node. Some jewels, the nodes stay the same, but they add like extra stats onto it. So that would be very good here, because you still want Master Sapper, you still want Revenge of the Hunted, but you get all of these nodes just with a bunch of like extra stats gravy. Some change the key nodes but leave everything else the same. This is the best spot in this build has access to for transforming key nodes. So route along this way, grab Revenge of the Hunted, Master Sapper, maybe transform Perfect Agony, come down. Reflexes got buff. This gives flat evasion, and they just increase the amount of evasion it gives. It's very strong now. Come down, grab Profane Chemistry, come across, grab Silent Life. That is very good if you just want to be tankier. You'll push like 210% life overall, but you then need to drop like fluff DPS nodes, fluff utility nodes. You'd have to drop Pierce on the tree completely. But if you had the Quiver, or you just used Pierce in links and didn't want additional Pierce here, if you drop these points here, if you don't take Expeditious Munitions, you can make it work at a high level. And that's probably, if I stay on this character long term, that's the routing I'm going to go for. But yeah. Anyway, I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Hope you're all having fun with Lightning Trap. I might make a new build in the next couple of days. Today is Monday. I'm probably going to... I'll either make a new build by Wednesday, or I will fully min-max this, just depending on how I feel. It's not that I'm not enjoying this, it's just there are so many builds I want to try this league. Anyway, I'm Tarke. Have a good day. Bye-bye.